So here we are in the WDVX control room. Can you tell me a little bit about what the mission of this station is?
Well, we're a grassroots radio station. We focus on Americana and bluegrass music, but local music is a huge part of this radio station.
So you have all kinds of genres, but with a focus on the music of this region, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, I mean, we play music from you know, all around the world. We've had Tuvian throat singers come here and perform for us. A Canadian bluegrass band here today.
Yeah.
But yeah, it focuses on local music, but also live music as well.
Right. Tell me about the Blue Plate Special. This is a pretty amazing thing. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Of course, the radio station started in a tiny little camper, and the Blue Plate Special was just a noon special. We did songs that had to do with food, or songs with ladies' names in the titles, or something like that. Occasionally, you could get a musician to come all the way up to the camper and play, but not often. Eventually, we've been here in the Knoxville Visitor Center for 6 years now, and we have stage, we have a live performance 6 days a week, 2 bands a day, and the community comes out as well as visitors to the Visitor Center. Locals come to see the bands perform, and we actually have like a little community center here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to describe it a little bit. You yes. walk in to the community center. You have a cafe. You have a small stage and chair set up so people can come on their lunch hour and watch the show. And then you have the radio station, the booth. I mean, we're looking out the window right now at the audience.
We are.
So it's kind of all in one. It's really nice.
It is, and you know, we're right here in downtown Knoxville, where people can actually leave work, come here for their lunch break. You'll see them show up right at noon, sit down, have their lunch, watch the show, and then go back to work again.
So who are some of the artists you've had on the Blue Plate Special?
Oh, well, we've had everybody from David Grisman, Marty Stewart, Bela Fleck and the Flecktones, of course, like Ricky Skaggs and Doyle Lawson and Larry Sparks, the bluegrass greats, come as well to see us. And you know, of course, people like Mary Gaucher or Jim Lauderdale, local Americana artists, come as well. It's a great mix of music here.
How long has the station been around?
14 years.
14 years.
It started back in the camper.
So it started in a camper.
Technically,
the station was in a camper.
Yeah, yeah. It was an idea before it actually was a radio station, but it started in a 14-foot camper. From the control board to where the microphone, that particular microphone stands, was 14 feet. So sometimes bands, if you had a stand-up bass, you had to stand outside the camper door and play inward. And if you had a fiddle, you got the pop-up window in the camper for
so
your bow
could poke
to
up.
play. Yeah. But we were very creative in those days.
Yeah.
But it was a tiny little place, but magic happened there.
All right, I'm going to have to ask you about your name. I find it hard to believe that your parents named you Red, and that your last name happened to be Hickey.
Well,
tell me the story.
The story is I wish it was more glamorous than it was, but I spent a good portion of time in Atlanta, Georgia, and at that time there was a lot of controversy over the flag, whether the rebel flag should be part of the state flag or not. And so there was a group of lady friends of mine that we frequented honky-tonks and that type thing. But
so much so that you even have honky-tonk tattooed on your arm here, I see that.
I do. I am a honky-tonk girl.
All right.
I am. But we weren't against the flag change as much as we were just trying to say there was a sort of a bad organization misused this flag, so it's okay to remove it, but let's remove it and remember it as a good symbol and not a bad symbol kind of thing. This organization was called the Dixie Hickeys.
Dixie Hickey.
And I was Red Hickey in the organization, most obviously.
And
now,
like a good,
my mother did not name me Red Hickey, and to this very day she will not call me Red, because when I was a little girl I would cry every time somebody called me Red.
Oh really?
I did.
You've adopted
I hated it.
And like a good Hickey, the name stuck.
Yeah, exactly.
It stuck. Oh, that's terrible. Who's Red Hickey today?
Today, Red Hickey is the host of the Blue Plate Special, and I DJ as well here. So I get off the Blue Plate Special, I go on air. When I get off air, I work on tomorrow's Blue Plate Special. That's sort of the cycle of Red Hickey.
How long have you been doing the Blue Plate Special?
10 years.
Wow, that's
basically,
great. So
yeah.
people around here must know you.
Well, yes, I grew
You're
up.
a celebrity.
I was born
You're a
and
local
raised
celebrity.
A minor local celebrity. We don't want to get too
Okay.
big for our britches here, but no, I was born and raised in Knoxville, Tennessee. So yeah, I grew up here. So you can't help but know a few people, because it is sort of a small town.
Mm-hmm.